Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are touring National Museum at Lagos Unikan. So guys,
We document, we preserve, and we collect the objects. Do you understand? Then, this gallery we are to tour now, it talks about conception. At times, some of our exhibitions are static, some are movable exhibitions. Do you get that? We have permanent ones, and we have movable ones. Then, this one you are to tour now, the Nigerian Art with the Circle of Life, it housed 7 exhibitions. That is fertility and birth, conception, initiation, that is when they give us names. Then wisdom and learning, we learn handwork because during the olden days they don't have the opportunity of going to school. Then we enter adult life. You can see that it's going on stage, it's going stage, stage by stage. An adult life is a stage of maturity when you are being held to your responsibility. Then we enter our death, burial, and funeral. That place, one must die. But then not premature death when we might have finished our course of death. Then we come out of reincarnation. Reincarnation, we represent that with the object because reincarnation talks about coming back to life, isn't it? That is our belief. At times they will name somebody Baba Wale or Baba Tunde that their father or mother that died have come back to life. Then our external influence. The external influence deals with our being colonized. Understand? During the olden days, we were doing our things before the white men now came and said they taught us that conception, fertility, and birth. We have wider range. Women are to be blamed. You understand? They will fall to the woman that is at fault. So, what usually happens when it's like that, the woman will try her best, or the family will try their best to get children. Because now we have wider range, as I said, we can adopt. We can buy a child. We can do surrogacy. We can do IVF. We can go to clinics too for our doctor to see us. But during that olden days, they have one opportunity, and that opportunity is native doctor. So what you're going to see here now is what the native doctor used to tell them what is the cause of their infertility. They start with this divination trend. The Yorubas call it Oponfa. When a family have that problem, they visit native doctor, the way we visit hospital now. When they get there, he will consult oracle. And these are the things he used to consult the oracle. He will throw this rattle on top of this Boifa divination tray and make incantation to invoke the spirit of the ancestors who will tell them why they are not having children. And he will provide solution for them. Wow. When he consult oracle and the oracle said is water goddess, he will tell them to appease hippopotamus mask. This mask is from the riverine area. He will tell them to appease it. And after appeasement, they will get children. But when he consults the oracle and the oracle said the witches and wizards, he will tell them to use that mask. That mask is Gelede mask from this part of the country, from Yoruba land. And the Gelede mask is the intermediary between witches and human beings. So when they appease Gelede mask, they will have children. There's a pot in between there. That pot, they fetch water from Oshoshogo River. Our museum there is in an open grove, very close to river. It didn't have house. So they fetch the water and put there. Anybody that having fertility problems will go there and drink and make his or her request to water goddess. Here we have Osoyin Star. Osoyin Star is... How many of you like Agbo here? Don't say you don't take Agbo, that's fine. Because there are varieties, isn't it? Only 2 people. It's a lie. All of you. It's only 2 people that drinks Agbo here. They say it's bitter. Okay, that's fine. When the oracle say they need Agbo, they will go to Osoyin. This we call him medicine man. Osoyin will use this staff and consult oracle. The oracle will tell them the right herbs to take. There are varieties of herbs that those Agbo people used to carry. Yeah. You could tell them maybe take lemongrass or go to Iroko tree, take the leaves and cook and give the woman to purify her to have a baby. So these statues or figures you are seeing here, any shrine they see, that means that shrine is capable of giving children. And here we have what they used to take care of the mother and the child. In a typical Yoruba setup, they said when the woman gives birth, that the first breath they will give to that child, they will use that red oil and bath the baby. After bathing the baby, No, they will use that red oil, rub all over the baby, and now use black soap and sponge. Can you see the black soap? They will use it and bath the baby. Then there's no Vaseline, no baby lotion. They will rub uri. Can you see shea butter? Yes. That is baby's cream. For the mother's stomach to be flat, like, not like this, my big belly. They will cook those herbs in that pot and give her to drink so that her tummy will be okay. And if there's any clotted blood, it will flush off. Then that kaolin, those 3 white objects, they grind it on that pot that have animal face. When baby have rashes, they will rub on baby. There's no Ben 10, no Teletubbies, no Spider-Man. So they make omolangidi. Can you see the dolls there? Those 3 dolls. Can you see them? Wow. These things are dolls.
Yeah. You can see them.
They carve it and paint from a tree and give them to play with. Then these clothes, we don't carry like Europeans. We back our children so that our hands will be free for our house chores. Now this is where they do the naming ceremony. The naming ceremony here, the Yorubas we use most of their objects because that's our catchment area here. Do you understand? So they have honey, they have alligator pepper, they have bitter cola, they have that kaolin. And understand, and they have salt, that's spice. They put all these things in baby's mouth. Honey is sweet, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. How about giving a baby of 7 days old alligator pepper? I think it's harsh. Even bitter cola is harsh too, but they do that. They say why they give that is to tell the baby that there will be challenges. What you did in like 100 level is not what you're doing in 300 level, yes, isn't it? Which one is harder?
300 level.
300 level. So that's to tell the child that as he or she is growing, there's going to be challenges, and also to ward evil spirits away from him or her. But when it's a female child, they nurture her. As I told you, there's no school during that olden days. They only nurture them for marriage. And they said they don't marry, none of us here is fat now, they don't marry slim people like us. That what they do, the lady must be fat. So they put her in fattening room. This lady you see now is in fattening room. She will be eating and be getting fat. So the only thing she will be doing, she will not do any work. Tutors will be coming there to lecture her on how to take care of her home and her children. After 1 or 2 months, she will be very fat. They will bring her out and marry her. These are her makeup things. And in River Rhyme area, that is like Calabar, they used to circumcise female adults even before years. So they sit them down on this mat to circumcise them. Behind you there we have masks. Yeah. Head dresses. So what this one does, as they're circumcising the girl child, preparing her for marriage, they also initiate the guys, into age grade. What that means is that the guys, from age 25 and above, that means they are mature enough to marry and leave their parents and start rearing their home. So these are the marks that comes out during the initiation. The middle one, they call it Impiri, is from the Niger Delta. They said what it does, they drink kakai, they are always aggressive. So that one comes the aggression. Do you understand? After the initiation, they make them to carry this farmer. It's very big. There's a hole on the head. They carry it to run around the village. You understand? If it falls off their head, that means that person is not mature enough, to be in that age grade. He has to wait for the next section. Now, at your back, we have that staff of office. The Yorubas, they like beaded works. You understand? But the real work is when they invite Kabiesi, the Alba, to any occasion, if he can't go, even if he gives it to him or a 10-year-old boy, when the boy gets there, the same seat they will give Kabiesi is the seat they will give him, no matter how little, because he's holding the staff of office. It's an authority. And our kings, they don't hug as we greet or shake hands. So when you see them and greet them Kabiesi, they use their hand fan and fly wigs, they greet, bless the person. This is, part of the king's dressing, ceremonial dress. Then this stool is from Igbo land. They call it Ochewan. In Igbo land, when a woman have 10 or 12 children, this is the gift the husband will give her and tell her thank you for giving me 10 or 12 children. Yeah, but it's very nice. It's very significant. When she's going wherever she needs to sit down, she will take it and sit. other women will accord her respect because you can't born 10, I can't born 12. So anyone that is able to do that, they respect the person. And there's a geometrical designs on the leg. It depicts the Igbo market days. Any Igbo students here?
Yes.
Yeah, can we have your market days? That's fine. Here we have another thing for the king. This leaf, they call it akoko leaf. Yeah, doctor. In the morning, I'll go and drop her, or I will take her to live with the native doctor. He or she will be observing. After like 10 months, 8 months, 6 months, any day that the native doctor is not around, if they have clients, he or she will consult the oracle. That's how they crunch words. You understand? So they don't write exam. It's like hairdressing now. You know, no formal exam. You'll be watching, they may say, Tina, bring comb. You bring comb and give your madam, she combs the hair. Tina, bring towel, she dries the hair. You understand? So one day, she will realize that, you know, they use the comb and so that's how they learn that time. They watch the covers. So what did I tell you they do with that? You want they do with that? Auntie, are you ready? For Abu, very good. He has delivered. Now, they said the work of recall, when students forget what they are being taught, they will take fish and chicken, they go and appease the cause. They will now file English. If a child is not behaving normal during the olden days, they consult to recall because the Yoruba, they call their head Ori, and they believe that when the Ori is good, the person will be nice. So when the person is behaving somehow, they take the person to record, use fish and chicken blood and appease the gods. And the things on the body of the record are what? Cowries. And what are cowries? That's our own. The hunters own, they would draw animal on the cover. The king's own, his own cover will be a crown. You understand? These things we are seeing, we call them house coats. That is what they used to live on. And that was virgin is being appointed by deities. It's not like maybe my father is a king or my husband is a king, it will be my daughter. No, it's whoever the deities pick that will do carry the aruba. And what is always inside the aruba is Shongo's thunderstone and axe. You know, he cherished those things so much because that's what he fights with. And then here we have Shongo dress. You understand? With charms on them. This is Ishu, Twister God. We are seeing the blue again. You can see Ishu. How many types of religion?
I know things have evolved, things have changed over time. Now and then there are different ways people bury people, but this is a funeral mat used to wrap a corpse. Now this one is a calabash. It was used then in washing dead body in preparation for their interment. Same with this. This is a funeral.
With all cultures.
Corpse.
All cultures are
Not
particular.
cultures, particular cultures. This one. That one is particularly from the Igbo part of Nigeria. It is called akwozu. It was used in wrapping dead bodies. Now over here is a picture of a dead body being baked and prepared for a funeral. Alright, so let's move over to the other side. Now over here is another gun, another day gun, but in this case it is used.
No.
Okay. In this case, it is used to announce the death of a prominent person. The other one we saw there was more like used for hunting. Now, over here are objects that are called Iboku objects. Now, the Iboku objects they're found in a grave chamber in Anambra State, in a place called Iboku. That's why it's called Iboku objects. They were found in the houses of 3 brothers. They're called Ibo Azai, Ibo Jonah, and another name I can't remember. Now, these ones are. Then it was believed that these objects were buried with people, or they were favorite objects of certain of the grave you find them. So whenever people were buried, they would put a favorite object or something they liked to go alongside with them. And these objects are made of bronze. So yes, that's where that's coming. Now over here, because of what it is, it would not really stand together. So when things are molded with clay, they are now fired. And when they go through that firing process, they come out and they are called terracotta. So whatever clay objects that are prepared or are made by firing are called terracotta. Now in this case, these were used to put in grave chambers, like if somebody was buried, like a grave object to identify where someone was buried. Now, smaller ones were also buried with the people. For instance, what we saw in the Igbo objects.
Taking the name of the people and telling you to now tell them your name too.
Oh, mine is palm wine. So remember, we're in death, burial, and funeral. So as a major practices in various parts of Nigeria, people don't drink like soft drinks. This is more acceptable to be drank in funerals. I think a goat, this one is a cockerel, this one is a cock, this one is also still a cock. So these were things that were used, in burying people. Now over here, as we know, the traditional way, the African way, burials are not always about mourning. Burial is also a time to celebrate life, or sometimes it's called a lifetime celebration, or a celebration of a life well spent. So these were objects that were used for merriment after, of course, the person who died has been interred and all of that. So these were used for celebration. Now these were masquerades in a farewell. So they are going to come, maybe carry the casket or the corpse of their member and they're escort into the life beyond. Now on here are also other masks that are used. In Ife, the practice is that when a king dies, when he dies, nobody knows. At first, when he dies, nobody knows. So the inner caucus gets to get him buried, bury him, and do all the other ceremonies that we are not privy to know. And then after that has been done, they will now call someone to make a replica of him, that the king is dead. Now, the announcement that the king is dead, this head will now be used for the second burial. So till date, nobody really knows the first place where the Uni of Ifes were interred or where they were buried. So this will be used as.
Your name, please. Thank you.
Okay, Mrs. Fumiluyi, Assistant Director. Here we have reincarnation. Reincarnation means life after death. Every tribe recognizes this. And every religion. That's why in Yoruba land, you see them, they call their children Iyabo, Babatunde, Yewande. The mother has come back, the father has come back. And this particular section, you have different figures that represent their forefathers. These forefathers, when they were alive, they were so important to the extent that after their deaths now, they remember them. So they will use this figure, they put this figure at the entrance of their homes. At times, they have a particular shrine in which they will put the figures. And they believe that the figures can protect them from all evil. So, and they worship the figure. Now here we have Mbidike. This Mbidike mask is from Onitsha. You can see it. That is Anambra. It's from Onitsha. And you can look at it very well. With 4 horns and so on. And we have the one that looks like a lawyer here. That's Ojuegu. Ojuegu from Igala in Kogi State. Yeah, you know he looks like a lawyer. That is Ojuegu. Like, also we have Mumuye. This is Mumuye from Adamawa State. But because in those days they couldn't read, they couldn't write, but they have their means of keeping records. One of the means of keeping records is through carving. Now we have ivory there. That ivory, you see that it's full of carving. Now what normally happens is that before the coronation of a king in those days, the hunters they gather together, they go to the bush and kill a big elephant, remove his ivory and bring it to the palace. Whatever happened during the reign of that particular king, they will carve it on ivory. Then when that king dies, they will take his memorial head. You can see memorial head, they will hold it on top. They will now put this ivory tusk on it. So now if you need any information concerning a particular king,
and I want to assure you, you also have the guest here.
Yes.
And so this gallery is titled Mr. Dayo Iroko. I am an Assistant Chief Museum Education Officer. So like I said, this gallery is titled Nigerian Government Yesterday and Today. Majorly we have 3 information in this gallery. By my right hand side, which is left to some of us, a coat of arms, Nigerian flag. On the 2 flags we have the national anthem and the national pledge. And of course we have the car here. We want to know why is this car here. Who use the car? Why is this car so